Hi there, and welcome to our featured Steminist of the Month video. This month we are talking to Danielle Carter. She is a marine science educator at the Seattle Aquarium. And today we're going to talk to Danielle and find out how she got into marine biology, what it is that makes her excited about science, and any words of wisdom she can impart into our young Steminists. So Danielle, could you please tell me about how you got your job here at the aquarium? What led you to it, the kind of degrees you had, and all that internship stuff?
From as far back as I can remember, I've always been in love with the ocean. And I didn't really, as a kid, realize that I could make a job out of it. So when I went to college, I wanted to do something practical. It's like, I'm gonna go to medical school and be a doctor. And so I studied, my major was animal physiology and neuroscience.
That's really cool.
Really fancy way of just saying biology, right? I learned about our bodies and how they work and all that stuff. And I loved it and it was great. But during that time, I also volunteered at the aquarium that my school was associated with.
Oh.
Because it was a quick shuttle ride away and I loved the ocean and I got to go whale watching for free. Because I got to educate people on a whale watching boat, and how awesome is that, right?
That's really awesome.
So I started doing that and I started thinking, well, maybe I should do some marine science thing. I don't know. But I was like, I still need to be practical. I'll be a veterinarian. Then it's animals, but it's still science.
Right.
So I graduated from college with my degree and was still volunteering at this aquarium. And then I got a job actually kind of volunteering with a nonprofit organization that did marine science education to inner city kids. This group was called Ocean Discovery Institute.
Okay.
And it's down in San Diego, because that's where I'm originally from.
Oh, right.
And I started working with them a little bit as an assistant instructor, and it was my first time teaching science. And I really enjoyed it.
Right.
And ended up getting a job with them. Got to go down to Baja and do research, and that's where I got to swim with whale sharks.
That sounds so cool.
Amazing opportunities, and all this time educating kids from like kindergarten to high school kids. Great. It's amazing.
Yeah.
So after that, I was able to get a job as an educator at that same aquarium that I volunteered with. The Birch Aquarium, again, down in San Diego.
Right.
And got to do all kinds of cool things. I taught in the classrooms, led kids on beach walks. I narrated whale watching tours, took people tide pooling. It was fantastic.
That sounds great.
And it combined my love of science and everything in school that I had studied with science with my newfound love of educating people and talking about the ocean, which was great. And after that, I thought I was done. I was like, okay, I'm happy, I'm good. And one of the people I'd worked with at this nonprofit, one of their science directors came up to me when we were down in Baja, and he's like, hey, do you like doing this stuff? Do you want to go to grad school and study this? And I was like, I don't know, I'm good. But after doing the field work down there, I realized, yeah, I love learning. Why not go back to school? So then I got a master's degree in marine science. So it kind of gave me some more information about the ocean instead of just general biology.
Oh, that's
so definitely
cool.
lots of work, but lots of fun.
But worth it, right?
Definitely worth it, because that allowed me to expand my options when what I was looking for. And I kind of wanted to try something new. I'd been in San Diego for a really long time. It's a lot of sunshine.
Yeah,
right?
That's a lot of sunshine.
Wanted
for
something
one
a little bit
person.
different, and I found this opportunity at the Seattle Aquarium. And I have been here as an educator for about 1.5 years, and I love it.
Wow.
So it's allowed me to do what I was doing in San Diego, but in an entirely new ecosystem. So I got to learn about all types of different animals, educate different students on different things, and also have a hand in developing some of the curriculum that we're teaching here at the aquarium, which has been a really fun experience as well.
Oh, that's awesome. Did you have anybody in your life, any mentor or role model who really inspired you to follow this career path, or?
I wouldn't really say a mentor. As a kid, my parents don't do ocean-related things or science-related things. They've always encouraged me and my brother to, do whatever we want to do. As kids, we were told, like probably a lot of you are, do whatever you want to do, follow your dreams. And I eventually, did that. I followed my love of the ocean. And then once I I think I did that because as a kid, my parents always took us, we'd go to the beach for vacation, and we'd go to zoos and aquariums, and I think that's what really cemented my love for the ocean and for the animals.
So you're just like a self-starter, like a very motivated person who found like what you wanted to do and just pursued it.
Kind of, yeah, I just couldn't every time I thought about doing something else, I just the ocean was calling me back. So I wanted to do something with the ocean.
Oh, that's so great. Oh, that's great. Because some people don't always have that role model and think that if they don't have a mentor, an advisor pushing them, that it's just not for them. But you're a great example of people who don't necessarily need that. You can be your own mentor. Your passion for whatever it is you're trying to do can really drive you to finish what you're trying to do.
Yeah, and definitely, because I didn't grow up on a beach or in a beach house or by the ocean.
Wow.
We would always just go on vacation to the beach. And that's where I started to learn about things. And I had a pet goldfish, which was awesome. But I didn't really have that mentor, that push until I was getting ready to go into grad school. And my advisor was the one who was like, hey, you'd be great in grad school, and here, I'll help you with this project. And that's what gave me that extra push to further my education.
Wow, that's great. So do you have any advice for girls who'd be interested in pursuing what you do now? What they maybe should start looking into in like middle school, high school, college, that kind of stuff?
Definitely. Just my advice is probably just take any opportunity that you can get. That's how I ended up here in Seattle. I took a chance. I'd never been here before, but I was like, hey, that sounds fun. It sounds like a great job. Take that chance. I also volunteered a lot in high school and in college, trying different things out. I originally wanted to become a doctor or veterinarian, so I volunteered at a hospital. I volunteered at an animal shelter. I got a job at a vet's office for a little while. I volunteered at the aquarium, which worked out for me. But so just volunteer. It's a great way to try something if you can get a volunteer internship, and just try different things. Maybe you don't like it, or maybe that's not what you're going to grow up to be. But it's good to kind of try to figure out what you like, what you don't like. I know a lot of high schools now have these really great programs. Here in Seattle, we work with some high schools in a citizen science program. And the high schools go out and monitor local beaches as part of a 10-year, a long-term study. The high school I worked with when I was with the nonprofit, those high school students got to go to Baja, California and do research over the summer.
Yeah, take that opportunity.
Right? So if anything like that, just take any opportunity. As a student, as an adult, just try things out. You may not like everything, but I like to just try new things.
That's a great attitude.
Take the opportunity.
Oh, that's so cool. What is it exactly about marine biology that gets you really excited? What is it that drives your passion for studying?
Yeah, that's a great question. It's just the love of everything, the ocean. Like, I go out to the ocean and I love smelling the salt water. Like, that's amazing. I love looking out and seeing, what I can find that day. There's so many things that we don't know about the ocean.
Right.
And I think that's what makes it so exciting.
Yeah.
Even about some of the animals that we all know about. There's so many things that we don't know. Things like in Seattle, we have our local killer whales. We don't know a lot about them.
Right.
So it's really exciting that there's always new developments.
And what's the best part about being a marine educator?
Well, for me, the best part is I never imagined that I would have a job where I would get to do things like go kayaking one day and then sit at a desk and write a lesson the next day, and then guide students through a squid dissection the next day. So I just love how many things I get to do. And not just for myself, but also I love seeing students when they learn something new or when they have that aha moment.
Right.
And they get just so excited. And then they teach me things. And so I love just sharing my love and getting kids inspired about the ocean and excited about it.
What are kind of the more challenging parts about being a marine scientist for you?
Yeah, so for me, it again comes with working with a lot of the students I work with. We get classes that come in here to the aquarium. We teach them their different lessons, or kids come in for summer camp. And some kids come in and they're just like, fish aren't my thing. This is boring. I don't really like this. And it's a challenge starting off that way. But I've always found that even the kids who don't seem like they really like the ocean or they're really excited will leave with some sort of inspiration or some cool fact that they learned, which is really fun.
Yeah.
And when I was in grad school, actually taught an oceanography course for non-science majors.
Oh.
So these were students that were like, this will be an easy class. It's the ocean, it's easy.
Right.
And they, by the end, were like, wow, the ocean's pretty exciting. And it's kind of hard to learn all these things, but it's pretty exciting.
Right.
So it's
worth
nice
it.
It's kind of a challenge sometimes, but it's nice to kind of do that.
It's been so great getting to hear about your education, your career, and how you've ended up in your dream job, basically. But do you have any other words of advice for girls, maybe unrelated to science?
Follow your dream, no matter how crazy it may seem. I never thought I would have a job, like I said, where I get to go, educate people and work at an aquarium and go kayaking and do fun things. And I never thought I'd swim with sharks. But it's all because I just was like, hey, I want to do this. I don't care if I'm not going to be a billionaire from it, right? It's all about doing what you love.
Right. Thank you so much, Danielle, for being our STEMinist this month. It has been such a pleasure talking to you about sharks, the aquarium, your career, everything. And I cannot wait to talk to you again about more marine science as we do more marine science boxes. So Thank you again. This has been great. This has been Kina with StemBox and Danielle with the aquarium. If you want to know more about the aquarium, please check out their website, the SeattleAquarium.org.
SeattleAquarium.org. Yep.
Yes. Nailed it. All right. Well, then we'll see you guys next month. Stay tuned for our next video. Bye.
Bye.